welcome. Today I would like to share a junk journal I just finished, and it's my October Tsunami Rose design team project. If you're not familiar with Tsunami Rose, she makes beautiful digital images, kits, lots of things, and I'll leave a link to her shop below. I was really inspired this month to make a journal with a floral theme, but I also included some birds and some butterflies and things like that. But it's a lot of florals, as you will see, and it has 3 signatures. It does have a fabric spine, so a little squishy there, but it's not going to fall apart or anything. Of course, I don't have my ruler here, but it's about 9 by 6, maybe a little bigger than that, because it's got 8.5 by 11 papers folded in half for the most part. Some papers are smaller, of course, but anyway, let's get started. So here we have some of her beautiful images, and I've used mostly her images and then occasionally some vintage ledger like this, some fabrics and laces, things like that. I've backed all of the tags and cards with either cardstock or tea-dye papers. And this is a little fabric page with a pocket. I also decided to include some cards that are affirmation cards because they have flowers, but I don't know, I think flowers are really happy, so I thought that would be a nice thing to include in some of the pockets. So again, this is some of her digital images. If it's not one of hers, I'll point it out. This is a vintage, let me scoot this down a little bit. This is a vintage prescription that I tucked in there with a tag. And see, this is some of the floral paper that really inspired me to make this journal. And some of the birds that are her images too. More cards and tags. More of these. I used some labels too. I used a lot of different kits. The butterfly postcards, faux postcards. Again, her images, some tea-dyed papers, book pages, her images. These are embossed papers. I tea-dye a lot of my paper, and this is another one, of course, of her images, and I actually printed this on tea-dyed paper, so it's a little darker than it would be if you printed on white paper. Has lots of tuck spots. This is a vintage photo that I put in with the postcard. I thought it looked nice there. Just paper clipped on there. It has some fabric tabs. Again, that beautiful, I love this image. A little collage I made with her papers, and same here. This is one of her florals. I just think that is so pretty, and this one too, of course. This is from a book page, so, and this is that vintage ledger that I like to use. It's from the 1890s. That's the first signature, second signature. Beautiful image. This is some crinkly tracing paper that I tea-dyed. I stamped on it and I tea-dyed it. I just love that sound. A little pocket with another affirmation card. This is the vintage ledger paper that I like to use, 1898. And then some kind of a light craft paper. I did some stenciling with some modeling paste. It's an old Spanish book, kids' Spanish book. And library catalog card. This is an actual vintage postcard from 1938. And one of those patterns that I never know if it's embroidery or cross stitch, but it's pretty. And another digital on both sides. That Spanish book. I just glued a piece of fabric on there and clipped a little scrap of paper from one of her images. This is a paint sample. I love using these whenever I can, and I especially like the little window there. More images of hers, the crinkly paper. Look how beautiful that is. Again, I printed this on tea dye paper. It's a little darker. This is some actual old paper from a notebook. And then that's the end of the second signature. Third signature, I put an actual old letter, an envelope in here from 1934, and I just wanted to show you real quick. It's printed, I mean, it's written in, if I can open it, in pencil, not pen. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's really cute. I love to read those old letters. Sometimes they're really funny. And the third signature again, some paintable wallpaper. I like to use that whenever I can too. Library pocket, decorated again with her floral images. And butterflies, because they go with flowers and flowers and birds, of course. And a little lace, I just sewed it there. I was going to make it into a pocket, but then I thought I'll leave it like that, and whoever gets this journal can use it how they want to. This is an old letter from 1967. Another affirmation card and a tag. An old flash card. I like to use those whenever I just tuck them into pockets. And another fabric tab. Some more modeling paste. I made the center of this signature into a pocket with the old 1898 ledger, and then I tucked a bunch of stuff in here. This is an actual cabinet card of a lovely woman, and some of her images and Tsunami Rose images and affirmation card, tags. This is an actual old photo too. House with flowers in front of it goes with the theme. And something I've been doing lately is printing some images on vellum, and I made this one into a tag with that old ledger, 1898-9, and I think that turns out really cute. And oh, and I used a vintage hanky, of course, as the pocket. More affirmations and cards. And more of her beautiful floral images, bird images. I made this into a pocket with the back of that letter and tucked another card in there. Just beautiful floral images and a little decorated thingy there. Postcard, Spanish book again. I love these older butterfly images in the black and white. And a little bird image and more of the beautiful florals. This is a fabric page, so you can decorate that just like you would a paper page, or you could do some sewing, stitching on it, hand sew, stitching, and then the back of the back cover has a little bird image and a fabric on there. So that's my journal. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.